Confidence is a learned skill. Your brain isn't fixed. It rewires itself each time a new behavior is practiced. I'm going to give you the exact blueprint I followed. It's not going to be fluff, no fake it till you make it, but actual steps backed with the science on how brains change. Try day 1 today and tell me how your life flips. Ready? Fear in social situations behaves like a reflex learning to be strong. The most reliable way to weaken that reflex fear is by exposure and by controlled repetition. This is the same method used in clinical therapy for social anxiety. So gradual purposeful exposure reduces the fear response, and you start telling yourself, yes, maybe I can do this. Maybe this is a safe place. And with repetition, over time you realize that your fear is completely gone. Let's talk about habits. You cannot be confident if you don't learn how to form new habits. But new habits are not formed in just a week or two. Research shows that most habits are built over the course of a couple weeks. It could be 3, 4, 5 weeks, even a couple months before a behavior becomes automatic. This 30-day accelerated plan is going to be the foundation. It's going to help you create momentum you can keep building on in order to actually build automatic habits. Now imagine fear like a bridge over a river we are trying to cross, and there is an old shaky plank called fear. Each small action in the next 30 days is a new plank, but one plank will not do. You need to have multiple or dozens of planks in order to successfully cross this bridge. And by day 30, you will have a sturdy walkway, not a brand new bridge, but something that carries you along, because that's the goal. Think of confidence like a muscle. The first time you lift weight, it feels heavy. And after consistent reps, not only does it become easier, but it also becomes a part of you. The first pillar for building confidence is skill development. Confidence rises when you know what you're doing. This can be social skills, emotional self-regulation, communication skills, and overall confidence is built when you upgrade your toolkit. The second pillar for building confidence is exposure. The more you face the things you fear, the more familiar they become. It's important to understand that avoidance feeds confidence and exposure starves it. The third pillar for building confidence is going to be self-trust. Confidence is a byproduct of telling yourself you're going to do things and you actually do them. So each time you follow through, your brain learns I can rely on myself. And that's the root of confidence. So, week 1, day 1 to 7. This week is going to be about building internal clarity and self-awareness, because you cannot build confidence for a self you do not even understand. Learn self-definition. Confidence increases when you can answer the question, who am I becoming? And that's because humans align more with identity more than even motivation. So this week you define what confidence looks like to you, what the confident you does differently, and what the confident you no longer tolerates. This matters a lot because clarity reduces anxiety. And when your identity is vague, your actions become hesitant. The second skill you should focus on in week 1 is emotional regulation. This is the number 1 skill that separates confident people from reactive people. You cannot be confident if your nervous system is constantly hijacking you. Learn how to pause before reacting, how to breathe when anxious, and how to label emotions instead of drowning in them. Scientifically, when you label emotions verbally, let's say you tell yourself, I feel overwhelmed, I feel anxious, it actually calms you down and shifts you from fear to clarity. And that's why it's very important to learn how to regulate your emotions. You will build trust in yourself with small, simple commitments. You don't have to go all out at once, especially when you're trying to rebuild it. And I'm not talking about routines. Commitments. Today, I will speak clearly when someone asks me something. Today, I will maintain eye contact longer than 2 seconds. Today, I will stand firmly when I speak. And these are not habits, they are commitments. And once you are able to keep to your commitments, you start trusting yourself. And once you trust yourself, you become confident. Day 8 to 14 is when you build cognitive, and social skills. Confident people communicate differently. They are not loud, they are not aggressive, they are concise and intentional. You will have to learn how to speak in structured thoughts, how to pause powerfully. A confident speaker speaks like they've been heard already. Calm, collected, cool, grounded, and measured. Next skill you're going to learn this week is social intelligence. Confidence grows when social situations becomes predictable. You have to learn how to read faces, how to notice when tone shifts, how to respond instead of react, and how to allow silence instead of panicking. And all these things will make you socially intelligent. Social intelligence will make you feel in control in rooms where you used to shrink. A confident person can start conversations, hold conversations, transition conversations, and exit conversations gracefully. This is actually one of the skills I'm currently building because I'm the quiet person when I walk into a room. I'm always quiet. I'm always in my corner. If people don't approach me, I don't approach anybody. I don't start no conversation. I walk in and out. But now I am learning a couple frameworks: ask, expand, and relate. So in order to start a conversation, you can start with a question. What do you know about this? What do you think about this? Or whatever. And when they respond, you expand, meaning you add an opinion. Oh, wow, I also saw somewhere here that. And then relate. Connect the conversation to something you've been through, connect it to something you've experienced. And that is how you build the competence. Framework number 2, compliment, question, story. You can start a conversation by complimenting somebody. Oh wow, I love your hair, it looks so pretty. And then you follow up with a question. Where did you get it? And once they respond, you follow up with a story. Oh my God, I've been looking for hair like this. Whenever you follow this framework, it makes the person on the other hand relate to your experiences, but they feel they are on the upper hand because they've resolved the issue you're trying to resolve. And that starts and springs a conversation because now they want to help you. Now they want to tell you how they got the hair, how it was hard to find it, how it's expensive, how it's quality, how this, that. The last framework is observation, connection, and insight. Absolutely love this method because most entrepreneurs use this method. What value can this person add to me? What value can I add to them? Are they making sense in speech, actions, and composure? All these questions are questions running through their minds during the observation phase. And once they are done observing, they move to connection, which is networking. Now that I know you bring some sort of value to me, I'm going to connect with you. When I connect with you, I move to the next phase, which is insight. I bring insight to our conversation. Because at the end of the day, I need to be able to show you that I bring some sort of value to you as well. If you master this skill, you will understand that confidence comes from knowing what to say even before you walk into a room. Week 3, the body. Day 15 to 21, I want you to focus on external expression skills. Focus on training your body language. Upright posture, relaxed shoulders, soft but intentional eye contact. If you're not a makeup person, you don't always have to do makeup to look good. You can be all natural, but clean, your hair done, your nails done, your lashes done. And even if you don't want to get anything artificial, you can always work with what you have. You need to put all of that into consideration. Just ask yourself sometimes, how do I want to be remembered when I walk in and out of a room? Do I want to be labeled the best dressed? Do I want to be labeled the person who smells really good? Do I want to be labeled the one who does not care about her looks? People don't realize how much confidence is communicated without voice. The way you look determines the way people treat you most of the time. So you don't want to miss out on so many opportunities just because you don't look good. And a misconception I always hear is that you need to make money in order to look good. And that is far from being the truth. You can work with what you have. If you cannot afford to go to a salon and do your hair, learn how to do it yourself. If you cannot afford to get lash extensions, learn how to do it yourself. If you cannot afford to do your nails, learn how to do it yourself. Third skill for week 3 is articulating clearly. Your voice is one of your most powerful tools. Confident speakers speak in clear sentences intentionally. This is where you learn how to start with the point, end with a finality, use silence as punctuation. You'll have to learn pace, tone, cadence, volume control, and talking with air control and not tension. And if you master this skill, your confidence will go to the roof. Day 22 to 30 is for real life application. Confidence requires backbone, requires being able to say things the way they are, and self-respect breeds confidence. Last skill we're going to implement is decision making. Confident people decide fast, adjust fast, and recover fast. So you need to practice to choose quickly based on your priorities. Trust your judgment, because when you decide, you teach your brain to trust you. I'm definitely going to go deep into more details on how to achieve these 30-day confident blueprint skills. So if you haven't already, please subscribe, like, share, drop a comment and tell me what part you relate to the most. Till next time, ciao.